This week's Parsha Metzora describes the purification process of the Metzora, a person afflicted with tzarat. To start, the Kohen takes 2 pure birds, cedar wood, a string of scarlet, and a zov, hyssop. While we can ask about the purpose of each and every item, the hyssop in particular sounds like an unusual ingredient to use. So what might be the reasoning for including hyssop as part of the purification process? Ibn Ezra says that whereas cedar wood is among the biggest or greatest of the plants, hyssop is the smallest of the plants. Hyssop therefore represents humbleness and humility. A person who is afflicted with tzarat is in a sense marked by God. Since the tzarat was caused by spiritual shortcoming, the person with tzarat needs to acquire the humbleness and humility to be able to hear God's message. As a result, hyssop was used as part of the purification process for tzarat to represent the purification of a person who had been humbled. Ibn Ezra then makes a very puzzling statement. He says that this is similar to the original Pesach offering in Egypt. In what way is the purification of the Metzora similar to the original Pesach offering in Egypt? When God instructed Israel to offer the Paschal lamb on the night of their redemption, Israel was told to smear the lamb's blood on the lintel and 2 doorposts as a sign for God. Moshe additionally told Israel that they must use bunches of hyssop to smear the blood. Ibn Ezra intimates that the inclusion of hyssop by both the Metzora and the original Pesach offering connects the two together. The original Pesach offering in Egypt had many aspects and meanings about it. By connecting the 2 offerings together, it teaches that the original Pesach offering was also a purification process. Purification of or from what? Chazal teach us that in Egypt, Israel had reached the lowest possible level of impurity from where one can yet return. The original Pesach offering was also the beginning of a purification process, a purification from the morass of Egypt. Perhaps, too, we can also go in the opposite direction and say that by connecting together the Metzora and the original Pesach offering, the Pesach offering can also teach us something about the nature of the purification process of the Metzora. At its core, the original Pesach offering was an active symbol of allegiance to God and a desire to be part of the nation. Just like Israel had been enslaved to Egypt, the Metzora had been enslaved to a spiritual shortcoming. The Metzora had put himself before God. By using tzarat, God had unmasked this person who thereupon needed to be cast out of the community. Just like by the original Pesach offering, the Metzora purification process was a symbol that the person wanted to rejoin with the community and with God, and not just walk away from it all. The process enabled the Metzora to embark on a true teshuvah. For the Metzora, the purification process from tzarat was like a mini exodus from Egypt. And the inclusion of hyssop is what helps to teach us these ideas. Shabbat Shalom.